Hello.
Good morning.
How are you guys doing?
Doing quite well
today. I really
today.
like that intro so much. I almost forget to say hi sometimes. That's how wonderful it is.
You don't almost forget. You do forget.
Today,
the beginning of all of our episodes start with us saying, "Oh my God, I love that music." I almost forget to say good morning.
We're so self-congratulatory. You're right.
See, what happens is
God.
I have to take and shut it off because I'd like to put the music in post because when I process our audio, since the music is on my track, when I speak over it, then I can't process it. So, but I put it in here just for the vibe.
Oh.
Okay.
So then we just sound crazy.
So then what happens is then I go back. Well, if I talk over it, I have to leave it in. It doesn't sound as good. So what I do now is I just get it until you guys start talking. I cut it off and then I'll throw it back in post.
Awesome.
A lot of editing that goes on in these shows.
It's also violent.
A lot of moving.
Cut it and I throw it and I shove it and I stick it.
A lot of moving around so we're not talking over each other like that.
Yeah.
Ouchie. A lot of cutting out people. Like I have to listen to 3 tracks to see who's talking. And then I'm like, well, that wasn't real. Okay. Melissa wins this round. And then another time, oh, that was funny. Jess, that was a good one. Then the rest of us get cut out. And then 1 or 2 times we all say something funny. Then I have to take and grab it and time shift it so we all say it at the same. It sounds like we said it,
It sounds fantastic.
Sounds fantastic.
Delicious.
I didn't know you could shift time. We need to talk after this podcast.
Only in podcasting can I shift time.
Damn it. I need help.
If I could just tell one little short podcasting story, I got a new client and he sent me his stuff. And then last night at 8:30, he says, "You made a mistake." And I'm like, oh. Because he's a big-time guy in the podcasting world, and I just started working for him. And he says, you cut this part out. And I'm like, I don't see how because I wouldn't have done that. I don't usually cut content, from somebody that is what he does. So I'm like, I'm trying to figure it out. I got the raw audio and then what I did, and I'm looking, and I'm going back and forth. And I looked at the raw audio. I said, it's not here. It's not in this audio. And he's like, yeah, it is. Then I said, look at your file. Do you have your file still? And he looks and he goes, we stopped recording for like 2 minutes. For some reason, it's not on there. And I said, okay. I was having like a heart attack because I couldn't figure out what he was talking about. So when something like that happens, I immediately jump to the computer and start like looking, comparing files and doing this back and forth, audio, listening to one, listening to the other, listening to them at the same time. And then he's like, oh, well, how about that? Okay, I was wrong. All right. Thanks.
Wow, great.
Thanks. It was like 20 minutes racing around like a nudnik. But anyhow, what you do.
That feeling that you had when he said you screwed up is the reason that I throw nothing out that, my kids bring home from school or just I save it everything for like 6 months. And when it's too late, I'll purge. I'll get rid of every notice about something going on in school or some after school activity or the dentist appointment, all of this stuff I let pile up until it's way past its deadline, and then I'll chuck everything. But my fear is that they're going to come home or Stuart's going to say, you fucked up. We missed this, because it has happened to me, and I still have that dread and that horror in my throat because I'm responsible in life for so little that if I fuck it up, what does that really say?
Your life has been designed around you for that exact reason, too.
All right.
Don't you think?
So if I fuck it up, oh my God, like I can't even handle what?
Are we talking about fear already? Or we're not even into that yet?
I didn't even get there yet. But I mean, I handle
because that was a big fear thing last night for me. Because every show that I ever do, whenever someone sends me audio, the first thing I do is I make a copy of it. And I leave one copy raw. So in case anything happens, I always have the original that they sent me in case I completely screw something up, because that's happened too.
That's smart. You're smart.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
What?
No, it's great to make that copy. That's your insurance policy, that even if you do fuck it up, you could always resort back to original content.
But it's a lot of copies. That's all I'm saying.
Well, he could do what I do after the whatever time you finish and it's posted. He could go back and just delete shit, or like I purge. I throw everything out and start over. I try to do it 2 days before Stuart says, what the fuck is going on in this house? You better throw some of this shit out. 2 days before he explodes, I try to do the purge.
Yeah.
I almost always make it. Sometimes I don't. But that does segue beautifully into what I wanted to talk to you guys about, which is fear and your fears and what you are afraid. Nothing? Got nothing?
Oh, I've got
No
tons,
fears?
to be honest with you. I just didn't want to go first. Unless, Jess.
I've been thinking on this quite a bit. It's complicated. I can
just throw out a couple. We'll round robin it.
There's a lot of different levels of fear, like fear of death, fear of being judged, fear of being excluded. Those are my heavier ones. Lighter ones include fear of a bug in my pants, fear of tapeworm, fear of something crawling into my ear while I'm sleeping.
Okay, those three that you just said, I mean, I'm not saying...
Is that more like what you're going with?
No, I want it all. But those three that you just said, I want to know, to what degree do you go to make sure it's not happening? Tapeworm, well, that crawls out of your butt at night. Does Scott check your butt every night to make sure there's no tapeworm? Like, to what degree do you take these fears? How serious are these fears?
Pinworms are the ones that go out your butt.
Oh, that's right.
Tapeworms do not.
Pinworm, yeah.
Right.
Let's see. To what extent? Okay. So then they wouldn't be, I mean, no, I don't really go through much. I don't like bugs in the house and I make someone else kill them, but like, it doesn't like ruin my life. The fear that I think dictates the most of my behavior is fear of being ugly. I do a lot of Yes. What are you kidding? Hair extensions, lash extensions, obsession with Sephora, fingernails, teeth whitening, eyebrow waxing. I mean, I am like, I was thinking about it actually 10 minutes ago because I knew we were going to talk about this. And I was like, I think that's my day-to-day fear. And actually being heavy messes with me very much in that area because half the time I spend thinking, well, all right, I'm fat, but at least I'm not ugly. And the other half the time I think, oh my God, I look so ugly today. Shit, if I were skinnier, it would be better. So I'm like constantly like having this like fight in my head about it. It's terrible, I know, but.
Well, did you ever see, I guess you wouldn't really notice this, but like guys, like you'll see a woman that has like this really smoking hot body, but then she has a butterface. And you know what butterface is, right?
Mm-hmm,
I do.
Sure.
Okay, so then you're thinking to yourself, yeah, that poor woman there, no matter what she does, just got a bad helmet. Sorry.
Yowchi,
yeah, God just gave her a bad helmet.
Jess just told you there are 10,000 things she could do to fix the helmet. You said in a previous podcast, John, that women should come with like a number of what % of them is real.
Yes.
Do you recall that
at
all?
this moment, you're looking at 100%. No, 95% because I do dye my hair. The rest of this is, I mean, I am makeup free. I am shampoo free for one day.
Shampoo free.
You know.
I think I saw it in a meme. It's where, women, they have fake lashes, fake boobs, fake hair.
I don't
and
have
all
fake
that stuff.
boobs.
And they're all looking
my
for
hair
a real.
has been fake.
And they're all looking for a real man. And I'm just thinking to myself, yeah, it's kind of like we're getting sold a bill of goods here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, but in the woman's defense, women have always sort of been fluffing up in those areas, like forever, like since
we've actually had this argument already on this podcast. Let's take it one step further than that. Every day you struggle, Jess. Every day it's one of these.
Every day,
one of these, yeah. Those I would say are the more like I have this fear of clowns.
I do not like clowns either.
And snakes, but I don't encounter snakes in my everyday.
But what's to do about it?
Right.
Nothing.
There's nothing. Right. And then I also have this total crazy fear of timers that amuses the shit out of my family. Mom, here, do this. I bet you can't do this in 10 seconds. Get the fuck away from me. I'll punch you in the face before I'll let you come near me with a clock that's counting down.
Really?
You can't handle a timer?
I cannot handle a timer. They stress me out in a way that I'm so uncomfortable. I freak out. So my family knows that the
you
big
must
thing.
never play that game Perfection.
Oh my God! I just got sweaty.
Oh my God, John! I just gave her.
Oh my God. I will play. I will play
She can't
games.
play it. Look at her. Look at her.
If you get rid of,
my
like,
God.
I love Boggle, and my family knows. When we were younger, that I'll play Boggle with you, but I like took a hammer to the timer. I'll play with you, and we could say, "Are you about done?"
But
It's
then it
much
just
more
takes
civilized
all
the way
day.
I play.
So I guess we
It's-
shouldn't send you a what's that
about
thing called?
Taboo?
Like an hourglass. You shouldn't get like an hourglass. What's that thing you fill with sand? A time glass, an hourglass. You turn it over.
It's called a timer, and it's what I fear. So
Right.
thank you for putting it out there. That is the least offensive way to have a timer. The ones that go tick, 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 really stress me out. But the sand timer, I can kind of look away. But once you capture auditorily, I'm inventing words now. Once oh my god. Nothing
God,
good
you're
comes at the end of that, right? That's timers are for when things explode,
well,
right?
no, wait a minute. Sometimes you.
No,
and
it's
then
when your
you get it
turn
right,
is
you
over.
get a.
What's the big deal? Yeah.
No, I something
you get
in
a winning
it just
bell.
makes me flush with
I don't even
anxiety
know what
and
to say to you
fear
right now.
and sometimes it's anger where I will punch you in the face if I know that you
Anger.
intentionally did this to me.
Anger.
Yeah, it's terrible. Like, it's a terrible feeling.
So you couldn't do
Don't
like
even
an
know.
eating timed contest or anything that was timed. It would freak you. You couldn't even do it, right?
I don't think I would ever be in an eating contest, but I don't mind New Year's Eve when it's like the countdown to the ball going down. I don't need to run around and hum with my fingers in my ears. It's not like that stresses me out, but that's more of a countdown than a timer. But once it's a timer where I have to do something before it gets to zero, I'll throw up all over you before I'll do whatever has to be done. It's so stressful.
That is so strong.
So
That's
stressful.
what that is.
You two probably don't know that you are actually talking to the podcast Oreo eating champion.
No, I did not. I in fact did not know that.
Yes, I've eaten 10 Oreos in 1 minute, and so far
Scott could beat that.
no podcaster has been able to top that.
Oh,
Did you
please,
hear
my husband
Jess?
could beat
What'd she
that in a
say?
heartbeat.
Scott could
My
beat that.
husband could beat that in a
10
heartbeat.
in a
My
minute,
husband can put. Yes.
one at a time. You can't shove 5 cookies in your mouth.
I don't know. I bought an entire tub of cinnamon alphabet cookies from
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's, and
Yeah.
within 2 hours, I looked on his night table, and half of them were gone.
No, I understand.
was
You can
like,
listen. When I was getting
what
ready
just
to
happened?
when I was getting ready to practice for the event, I ate 2 whole things of Oreo cookies, 36 cookies in a contain. What is it? Like a I don't even know
I'm
what that is.
actually impressed by. I'm oddly impressed by this.
Can I ask you, after eating an entire box of cookies,
Right.
are you turned off by Oreos now? Is it just too much, or could you still, or do you
if
still
just
get
thinking about it now, I'm
excited?
craving a little. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little
Wow.
Oreo craving. So what
Little
happened
Some
was
Oreos.
things with the Oreos, Melissa. My
Oreo
husband,
chubby.
my husband used to call Oreos the pussy cracker. He said the only thing that tastes better than that is Oreos.
I don't know what to say to that.
I was, yeah, I'm a little taken back to that too.
I think you've told us that before, and I don't think I knew what to say to that last time either.
Pussy crackers, he calls them. It's ridiculous. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Seriously, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. But yes, he also has a serious Oreo problem. I've tried buying the thins, no dice. I've tried buying the fudge covered ones. Hates them.
Mm-mm.
He only likes the flat, straight, plain,
Right.
traditional.
Original.
But 10 in a minute. 10 in a minute is what you're saying.
I mean, actually, 10 in a minute's probably a lot. But I know he can stick a whole cupcake in his mouth. So, like, I have some confidence in his
Well, the
capabilities,
the
that's
rules
all.
of the contest was
Not
you
my
could only
cupcake,
eat
other
one at a
cupcake.
time. Like you couldn't just put 2 or 3 in a time. You had to eat one at a time, and you were
Any
allowed
milk?
to use milk. You were allowed to use milk. So what I did was
Okay.
I had
Okay.
2 cookies, and I had 1 cookie sitting in the milk, and I would put that and kind of soften it. So I give a couple chews and a swallow. I put the other one in there, and then a couple chews and a swallow. But what happened was, in halfway through, I started to get like a chipmunk pouch of cookie residue. So
As one does.
Ew!
Yeah, I couldn't get that. I couldn't get that down, but I did get
That's
10
not
in a
gross.
minute, and it's
Okay,
not been beaten yet.
Challenge accepted.
Okay.
Challenge accepted. I'm going to New York tonight, and I'm going to get a couple of, I think you said it, they're trays at this point of Oreos, and I'm going to peel that back, and we're going to sit in our hotel room tonight, even though New York has the best bakeries in the world. I will bring Oreos, and we will try to beat 10 in a minute,
Okay.
because I'm the best mother ever.
Okay. We'll see
You
what
are-
happens.
You are something.
Good luck.
Wow.
That's what I say. Good luck.
I'm just going to challenge the men in my house
What's
to
in
do
New
that.
York?
we were going because we had a pet sitter. That's how our lives run. If you find somebody you love and trust to watch your dogs, we're out of town. So New York is close and familiar. So we got a hotel room. And then we got a call from a friend who said, I just wrapped my job here in New York. I have one night left and my friend Lori is in a play and I have tickets. Do you guys want to come? And initially, I think she said, do you want to come? I said, we will be in the city and we'd love to see you for a meal, but I have my whole family. And she said, I'll get tickets for everyone. Her friend Lori happens to be Lori Metcalf.
Oh, wow. That Lori Metcalf.
Oh,
and that is who we're going to see tonight in a play. And she said, yeah, we'll go for drinks afterwards. So
what?
So
what?
I will probably not be going.
I've loved her so long.
Well, I told you she's in that.
Lori Metcalf.
She was in Getting On, that show.
Yes,
that
I love Getting On.
Right, and that's where I assume
That's so awesome.
our friend knows her. Lisa knows her from that, so she said, "Yeah, we'll go out for drinks afterwards." And again, I'm with my family, so I'm going to go.
Oh, you're going with Lisa Rowe.
Yes, so I'm going to go back to our hotel room, and Amy's meeting there too. So she's going to go out and she's going to fangirl for the night, and it'll be fun.
So why didn't I get invited to this?
Why? I don't know how I did. So I don't know.
Because it was from Lisa. Oh, because it was
right. She said, "I'm leaving New York."
Too?
What's that?
Did she invite Amy too?
She did. Yeah, she did.
Who do I have to sleep with to meet celebrities? That's all I want to know.
To meet or be?
Meet first.
Okay.
B comes later, I think.
I don't know. I'll make a list for you. But first,
You've
the
met
Oreos.
a few without me. I mean, you don't have. Certainly, you don't.
She's
have to
leaving at
invite
3
me to
o'clock,
everything.
so
I can't go. I'm going to Richmond this weekend, actually.
What's
well,
in
there you go.
Richmond?
So you couldn't go anyhow.
So Richmond, Virginia. Scott's father's sister, Ronnie, has 2 children, which she named Jamie and Wendy after Peter Pan. Jamie has a baby, Cecilia. And Cecilia is a year old this month, and Jamie and his wife Emily are going to name her Hebrew name after my Emily. Her name is going to be Esther. It's her baby naming.
That's beautiful.
You have to go down there for baby naming?
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't normally, except that she's naming her child after my child.
Gotcha.
Isn't here anymore. So, and like in our tradition, when you name after the dead, whatever good deeds the living does helps them further their path in their journey in the afterlife. So it's kind of a big deal. And I mean, Scott can't go because he's sick again, but I'm going. It's going to be really fun. This is actually, I love these cousins so much. Like I love I love Jamie and Wendy and their spouses and their children. They're all extremely delightful. I love them so much. They're awesome and fun. And I told the wife's name is Emily also. I told Emily I was getting an Airbnb. She was like, let's get drunk and smash the china. So I was like, can't wait to pay for that. Thanks.
I think I love her too.
She's extremely fun and funny. So
I'm sad that Scott's not going with you.
I am too, but he is that cold that I had, 4 weeks ago. Well,
yeah,
he still has it. And it has turned into something. Well, it's not really. He's just coughing and he can't get better and he's on prednisone. Prednisone brings down his immunity. He's already immune compromised. I think he broke a rib from coughing last week. So he's like pretty uncomfortable and his doctor told him not to go.
Wow.
That was my next question for you. How many broken ribs does he have from coughing?
Just one, but he hasn't broken a rib in almost a year. I know.
I can't imagine coughing so much, so hard that you break a rib.
It is the most depressing thing because he'll cough and cough and cough and cough and cough and all of a sudden he'll go, I think something might have snapped. But there's nothing you can do for it. It's not like they open you up and wrap them back together like they do your toes. You just suffer until they grow back together or whatever. It's
right.
terrible.
You cannot buddy tape your ribs. You are correct.
Yeah.
That is not a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so there's a fear. I have a fear of coughing until I snap a rib.
Now you do.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have it before today,
no,
but you
now
do now.
I do. Yes.
Oh, man. It's terrible. I mean, he's in so much pain. So what we're going to do actually is Skype him so that he's there for the baby naming.
Oh, there you go.
Because it's his daughter, too,
It's kind of beautiful. It's kind of a beautiful thing to be going down for. Just you and the schmoo, right?
No, Laura and Izzy. They're her cousins, too.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. The 4 of you. That'll be a fun drive. How far is it?
She's actually 3.5 hours.
Any of you have fear of traveling with family? That's usually a fear.
I have more fear traveling with Scott than I do with Laura. Laura is very laid back traveler. She's up for whatever. She can drive. She can not drive. She can change the station in the car. We listen to the same stuff. She helps with the baby. We are actually at our best when we're not home and when we're traveling. She's the one that I took to, like, last summer. She came with me to LA because I was speaking at Blogger, and I just took them on vacation, like her and Izzy, because I was just like, let's just go to California, hang out with my sister. She was just up for whatever.
There you go. All right, Melissa. So you've been bagging.
Yeah, it's good to have a friend like that.
Let's have your fear there, Melissa.
Yeah, Melissa.
Timers wasn't good enough for you?
That's not really. I can't even believe that's a fear.
So I have.
It sounds like a pretty. Her face showed you it was a legitimate.
It's a total. Well, I'm more likely to encounter a timer than I am a clown or a snake or I don't know any of the other weird shit I've been finding on the internet about fears and some shit people are afraid of. But I failure is pretty high up there. Forgetting something like that's because I have this fear that I'm losing my mind most of the time, that I'm going to forget something important, that panic that you had when it came to not doing something for a podcast editing, and that panic right there totally overtakes me sometimes. But for me, it's mostly timers and disappointing people, because if you want to upset me and throw me into a spin of any sort, all you have to do is say, Melissa, I'm really disappointed in you, and I'm out for a good 36, 48 hours.
That's my oldest daughter. If I get mad, if I just say, wow, you really disappointed me, that breaks her heart.
Yeah.
It breaks her heart. And I've only done it like a couple times. And even when I know about it, like it just happens, like I'll say something, and like I said, it's only happened a couple times, but when it does, it breaks her heart. So I understand it.
When she only ate 6 Oreos, you told her?
That's right. She only ate 6. And I said, listen, you're really shaming the family. I got to get that Oreo number up there. Absolutely. Now let's go. Let's try it again. Put your finger down your throat and let's try it again.
But if somebody said to you, you've disappointed me, you'd be like, fuck off. Like, that's easy for you to shake off. That's easy.
No, I always strive to do the best that I can in anything that I really do. But it took me a long time to accept what I consider failure. I'll tell you one thing. I saw a video of Richard Pryor's son, Mason, get up and do stand-up. I sent it to you. And he got up and bombed at the Apollo.
That's right.
And I'm thinking to myself, watching him gave me the sweats, the fear of bombing.
Why?
Because of the way he bombed.
Sometimes
and he
happens.
did bomb. And it's funny because he sounds like his father, and he's got the mannerisms of his father. And I know that if he sticks with it, that he'll end up doing well. He just had some bad material, but he has stage presence and he has mic presence, so I feel that he'll be okay. But to watch him bomb, I couldn't watch the whole thing. I had to turn it off. So I have a fear
I wonder
of
if
bombing.
someone wrote that material for him. That is the number one way to bomb, is to have someone else write your jokes.
Yeah, and I think the other thing, too, was he went political, and I don't think he can be political.
Yeah. Richard Pryor was he?
No, I don't think he did. Carlin was very political.
And hilarious,
yes. So when I watched that, so I do have a fear of bombing. I have a terrible fear of heights. If I'm watching somebody like high up walking steel or high up climbing a tower or something, or jumping from building to building, I get agita. Like I get anxiety from watching that. And I am sitting in a chair and I know I can't fall, but just watching them do it. So I have a real, now if I'm up in a plane, I don't have a fear of heights. But if I'm in a building looking out a window, I don't have a fear of heights. But if there's some way I could fall, then I have a fear of heights. Which is weird because I worked in the elevator business for 25 years.
I was just going to say that your job was all about going up, going down.
Yeah, there's some times where I'll never forget. There was one time I was
going down,
supposed to be going to a Christmas party, and I had to fix this one elevator because there was only 2 in the building, and I had to get on the side of the elevator because where I had to work was on the side. And it was stuck at the top. So I climbed down from the top of I climbed from the one elevator to the top of the other elevator. I was standing on a beam, and I was working on the side of the elevator, and you could feel the wind blowing up the elevator shaft, up my pant leg and everything. And that was making me a little weak-kneed. Yeah, because I was 30 stories in the air. So, yeah, I didn't like that too much. But if I'm standing on top of an elevator and there's no fear of falling, you could take me up 70 stories. I've been up 85 stories. That's not been an issue.
Wait, you've been standing on top of it while it's moving?
Oh, sure. Yes. A lot of times you'll sit on it and you'll put somebody
What's
inside.
the worst that could happen if you bomb? Let's go back to that. I've bombed. It was horrifying.
I don't know. I guess because you feel like you're not funny. Even when I do my comedy podcast and I do something and I don't get the reaction that I wanted from my co-hosts, sometimes I'm like, fuck you, that's funny. Stop it, that's funny. Or, yell
well, but that's what you say to the audience.
Right.
Fuck you, that was funny.
That's true. I hear you.
The quick response to that is what? Too soon? I mean, you have to have your backups for when shit goes sideways and you're unsuccessful. You say, oh, really? Was it your mom? Or you have to have just a quick quip and then move on to the next thing.
That's true.
My cousin, who's been doing stand-up, told me, I mean, you could see his progress from 6 months ago until now. He has learned that when a joke isn't funny, he goes, what? My 7-year-old thought that was hilarious.
Yes, exactly. That's the quick quip that comes right after.
Which brings them back to you, It can bring them back to you.
So for next week, we're recording, and because Stephen Hawking has died, we're going to do a spot because I actually have a Stephen Hawking voice generator where I can talk like Stephen Hawking. So actually, Stephen Hawking is going to be coming back from the dead.
On your podcast.
Yes, because I don't use
I just don't even know what to say. It's such a classy idea.
I'll be sure to tune in while eating
so you don't
my
like
Oreos.
it already. You don't like it.
I didn't say that at all. Did you say that, Melissa?
I just clarified that it wasn't on our podcast, that it was on his.
Listen, my 7-year-old thought that was hysterical.
Well played. Too soon? Too soon?
Yeah, exactly.
Too soon? Anyone?
I thought it was hysterical.
Yeah. You should definitely put that on your brand X. That's where it goes. That's exactly where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Any other fears? Fear of winding up in a chair and having people mock you in your voice as you ride around with so much going on in your head that you can't communicate? Is that a fear?
Not anymore.
Okay.
Wow.
Oops.
I thought I went to bypass.
Whoops. All right. So what I did find were I asked, no more fears?
No, I don't have any.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay. I like how you thought.
Besides the fear of telling you any bits I'm going to do.
Actually, you know what's funny is that there are some fears I didn't know that I had until I had children, especially a daughter. I did know I was afraid of my children ever doing heroin. She knew that, which is probably why she chose it. But the other thing I know that I'm now fully afraid of is having a child that is a listener of country music.
That's a fear?
That's just unfortunate.
Or the Insane Clown Posse.
Oh, you don't want them to be a juggalo?
Who was identified as a gang?
My daughter was a juggalo. And when I asked her about it, why she was constantly trying to get me to get Faygo and all this other stupid shit. And I was like, why is this cool to you? You don't understand. They're like my family. And I was like, you're a Jew. You have 1,000 family members in this town alone. What do you mean they're like your family? You don't understand. I'm like, no, you don't understand. Those are for lonely pieces of violent, stupid. I used to call them drooling goons. I was like, they're just a bunch of drooling goons. And she would get so angry.
Ouch.
Yes. The Insane Clown Posse.
Not for you.
Cool.
I used to know their names because they used to always be on Howard Stern. There was
yes,
Shaggy Two Dope and Violent J. Look, there you go for pulling it out of the memory.
Do you know what finally got her away from the juggalos? She had a juggalo boyfriend named Dylan. I think I told you guys this story. She had a juggalo boyfriend named Dylan, and we took them on a double date to the Newcastle Farmers Market. And, we're trying to make conversation with this. You know what I mean. Not my daughter.
Oreo eater.
Oreo, yes, all right. We tried to make conversation with this numbnuts. Let's edit out we could. And
you said it twice.
Scott goes,
it's going to be harder.
Scott goes, so Dylan, what do you want to be like as a career? And he goes, well, I have two things I want to be. Either a plumber or a white rapper. And Emily's eyes rolled so far back in her head, she could probably see her own brain. She was like, oh, after that, no more juggalos.
We're done here.
Yeah, after that, she was like, we are done here.
Mom, I get it.
Wow. Because we both exchanged a look like, really, is this going to be your life? And she's like, all our eyes were, and she was like, no, I can't possibly deal with this another day. Like, it all went through non-verbals.
See, the nice thing about being a plumber is you only have to remember two things to be a plumber. Shit floats and water runs downhill. Besides that, everything else is really self-explanatory.
I admire a good plumber. I'm still caught up on the fact that you were on a double date and how quickly she tried to get an Uber to take him anywhere else but where you were. Do we have to take him home?
Yeah,
Did he wear makeup?
On days where he wasn't being a normal person. Yeah, like the makeup was only for special occasions.
Oh, I
They
see.
would wear like big, like juggalo medallion. Anyway, it's a fear every mother should fear is the insane clown posse. They're so stupid it hurts. And let's see what else. Oh, having your kid break his nose. That was horrible. That was a fear I never knew I needed to fear. It was a bone breaking. John, I think you can attest to that. Having your child break something on their face.
Yeah, she got kicked in the face by
Were you listening to She Podcast then, Melissa, when his daughter got kicked in the face with a horse? He sent me the video, and it literally sounded like someone took a baseball bat to a coconut. That's how he described it, and it was exactly right. Clock. It was horrible.
Oh, my God.
Broke
Makes
her
my
nose
stomach turn just thinking about it. Yeah, that's a fear now that I have.
and both
Being
cheekbones.
clocked with a horse.
Oh, my God. What's the recovery time on that kick in the face?
It was 8 weeks. Oh, and it broke her jaw too. Her
Oh,
jaw.
my God.
Oh,
So
my
she
God.
had her jaw
So
wired
terrible.
shut. And you know what's really weird about that was she would bring home tacos and then she would put the tacos in a blender and blend them all up. And, yes, and drink it through a straw.
Strangely, now I want tacos. Strangely.
I
How
know.
could anyone eat it like that?
I couldn't
though?
believe she did it too, but she did. She would
Oh, my
jam.
God.
She drank a lot of milkshakes and stuff like that. That's a fear, breaking my
Milkshakes,
jaw
yes.
and having my
Liquid
jaw wired
taco.
shut.
It's a good weight loss plan, though. I'm
Mm.
thinking about it.
I mean, if that's all you can eat, then you're exactly right. It is.
Yeah, it was
Unless you-
crazy.
Milkshake City.
So yeah. All right. So does that mean? Wait. So are you going to tell us? You told us yours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's
Are
also that
there any
fear
more?
of. I have friends who have a serious fear of missing out, right? So they're missing out on something going on and they're missing out.
Going to New York, seeing Laurie Metcalf, stuff
Right.
like that.
I don't have a fear of missing out like that, but I have a fear of missing out on things in my kids' lives. I have a fear that I'm going to, I guess that's kind of a fear of death, that I'm going to die and I'm not going to see them fall in love and find somebody who loves them and treats them well and their kids. And like, I'm afraid that I'm not going to see what I'm literally paying my dues for right now to get to. We've discussed, I think parenting is the worst job in the entire world. It's just
Without question.
painful and horrible and so rarely rewarding. But I feel the reward is when they're adult enough to make choices and find partners and have successes. That's what I want to see. So when I see that, I could sit back in my glider with my next round of 700 rescue dogs and say, it is because of me. It is because of I am the reason, part of the reason that child has reached this happiness, this plateau of wherever they are. And my fear is that I'm not going to see that I'm going to be paying these dues to get a horse kick in the face and not make it to see all the joys. So that's part of a fear that I have to fight away on a pretty regular basis. But I did find these weird, well, not so weird, but I didn't realize they were really fears. Like there's Europhobia. You want to guess what Europhobia is?
Fear of
A
Europe.
fear of Europeans.
That would totally make sense, but it is the fear of female genitals.
I don't have that fear.
What?
I don't fear them. I fear some things about them. Like sometimes there's an odor that sometimes I'm afraid of that.
And we have a whole podcast about that odor.
Yes.
But to counterbalance it, there's
Some of them taste like Oreos, I guess.
I haven't found one of them yet.
keep looking.
I'm just kidding.
Keep looking,
I'm
John.
sure-
Keep looking.
whatever. I'm joking.
But to counterbalance that, there's phallophobia, which is the fear of erections.
Of having them or not having
I don't
them
know
or
what to
seeing
say.
one.
I think it's being around an erection, the fear of an erection. So it could go
Like
either
an
way, I
actual
guess.
one not happening to you.
Like if you
Just
walked in a
one
room and there was a guy sitting there with
in
an
the
erection,
room.
you would like scream and run out of the room.
I would not. I mean, but yes, that I think is what this
I
is
got
saying. But more, it could be yours as well. It's just the fear of an erection.
Okay. I don't know
There's-
too many men that would have that. I could see women getting that, having that
Right.
fear.
Right, except for Jessica's
What if
situation
men
of,
have it and they have a penis? I mean, does that count as anything?
well, you could be afraid that you're going to get an erection.
Well, I think what
and-
it would look like is you ever go by one of those car dealerships and they have that tube out there that blows up and then goes down and blows up and goes down.
with the wavy arms, I love that.
Yeah, the wavy arm guy. Well, if you had that fear and you were a man, like you would get excited and you would go, ah, and it would go down and then you would get excited, ah, and it would be like that guy, the wavy arm guy.
I need to come up with a drop for when I'm rolling my eyes at you so that everybody can realize that, drop, eye roll.
Yeah. What would that sound like exactly? I wonder.
I don't know.
Nah, I don't know. I mean, let me
It's
see
a drum-
something.
I'll
Drum
work-
roll.
I'll work on it.
How about this?
Not bad.
No?
No. How
Getting
about
closer? I think.
how about coprophobia?
Coprophobia?
Dead bodies,
No.
right?
No, coprophobia is the fear of poop.
Really?
Oh, copophilia
Ooh.
is the fear of hooking
Crapophobia.
up with boys.
Copophilia.
The fear of touching your own breasts.
Here, this might be sometimes me. Decidophobia, the fear of making decisions. What if I make the wrong one?
Every once in a while, I just got to pick a side and go.
That is tough.
Ergophobia. Ergophobia self.
Go phobia yourself.
It's
I don't
the
know
fear
that
of
one. Go ahead.
it's the fear of work or functioning.
Really?
Yeah.
The fear of work.
Yep. Ergophobia. Globophobia is the fear of balloons.
I know somebody
Why
that has a fear of balloons.
globophobia? None of these make sense. That should be the fear of the world.
Right. Do you remember learning when you were little that triskaidekaphobia was the fear of the number 13?
No.
Yes, I
Remember
do.
learning
as a
that when you were
matter
little?
of
And you're like,
fact.
well, what does that have to... Oh, try. Oh, I get it now. And there was one that I thought was, well, there's lots of fears. There were thousands of them. I was overwhelmed. Mine were not on any of the lists. But the Poon-phobia is the fear of buttons. Poon-phobia.
Coon poon phobia
Can't wait to hear
sounds like dog punani fear.
Pussycat fears. Yeah, the fear
Coon
of buttons.
poon. Oh yeah, cats. You're right, not dogs. Cats.
How are you going to? What makes you afraid of buttons? Like, I think I'm pretty rational about my fears. I know they're my
I'll
fears.
tell you.
Go ahead.
My sister has coon poonophobia.
I like it your way better. Button fly jeans. What are we talking here?
When she was 1 year old, she fell asleep on our babysitter's shoulder, and when she woke up, she had an imprint of a button on her face. And to this day,
Aw.
she does not wear clothes with buttons on them.
Aw, in case her head slouches down and
You
what?
think that's cute, but imagine being that person's mother and shopping with them. Do you know how many button pants there are and button shirts there are? And my mother was always like, why? You're 11. Like,
Why is this an issue?
she still will not wear. She does not like, and that was the time when, like, Guess had the button flies. That's all people were wearing.
Right.
Not Dana. No, siree, Bob.
So I have one. See
Go
if you
ahead.
can figure what this is. Telephobia.
Tail.
THELE phobia.
THELE. Telephobia.
The fear of
No clue.
expanding your mind.
Nope.
What is it?
The fear of the telephone.
The fear of nipples.
Oh, so you were really obsessed of the whole how come I can't post a nipple on Instagram?
No, that's not it. I just happened to look up fears, and the first one I saw was telephobia, and it's the fear of nipples. And I was like, wow, I can't believe that that's actually a fear. Like, I
Very
never saw
interesting.
anybody who would have a fear of a nipple.
The fear of being titillated. Any more fears?
I like that word.
I do too.
No.
No, we're good?
I think we might be good. With
All right.
The fears.
A fear
They
of
still
this
fear
bit
death.
going on any longer.
The thing
if-
with death, though, is like, I'm not really afraid to die. I'm kind of afraid of what happens after.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of that.
Why?
You wanna
Because I
ask
don't
Stephen
think
Hawking?
anything
He'll
goes
tell you.
on after that. So it's the getting
But then
there.
isn't it scary? What are you going to do then? Nothing.
Well, it's a place where there are no clowns, no timers, no nipples, no erections. It's just that's it.
It seems lonely.
But if you don't
But I guess
have
if you're dead, you
cognition,
don't care.
yeah, you don't know. And if somebody knew and could tell us, we would know that there was something after. But I guess you have to believe what you have to believe. But my fear is missing what's here, not afraid of what's there. I can't worry about what's there unless there's
I don't want to. Well, all right, then you got me. Yes, I will. I'm afraid of missing what's here.
unless there's a big clock counting down. I'm going to shit my pants. It's not there. It's here.
What if all the religions and all the mediums and all the little signs and all of this stuff, what if it's bullshit and there's nothing?
That's my biggest
It's
fear.
all just science.
And that's it. You just
and
become worm
nothingness.
food.
Well, I'm all right
I
with
don't want to
that.
be worm food.
I'm all right with that because I choose
wanna
to live
cease to
this life
exist.
here.
And that's it.
What if it's... Here's another fear that I used to have all the time when I would smoke up in college. What if this is all a figment of our own imaginations and we're all in a coma somewhere?
Then live it out, girl.
like the Matrix, like we're actually just in a
Yeah.
dream state.
Yep.
Hmm.
Like-
Interesting.
I really can't believe you took it to that level, Jessica.
I had to. We're talking about fears. All right, let's move on.
Let
We're
it
just
go.
gonna leave it
Let
there.
yourself
We're just going
go.
to drop it like a lead balloon and move on.
Hey, unless, dear listener, if you have a fear you'd like to share with us, we would love to hear it. Or a fear that you think is ridiculous, or if you are afraid that we'll ever talk about this again, do let us know.
Hello?
Oh,
Is
Lionel.
it me you're looking for? Just
Lionel.
tell us.
Lionel.
We wonder where you are,
We wonder if you're there.
how you're doing.
And there's only one way for us to know that you are there. So
And that's for you to email us and say, hi, I listened to your show. Don't tell anyone.
let's keep it our secret.
Let's just keep it a secret between me's and you's.
Say nothing.
There you go.
Yeah. That's all
I
you can
found something fascinating, but before I even tell you the rest of it, I want to know. We think that we are rock stars about to happen. Not about to, but hidden, dampered, down, deep inside.
Deep, way deep.
Way deep. Okay, so Jessica, John, you are all of a sudden no longer a tampered down rock star. You are full blown and you're about to appear for you as comedy, whatever it is. You are told, okay, you're appearing at this venue. Tell us what you need. I found some riders from super famous people that make me giggle. Tell us what you need in your green room, in your to make you happy. What are your ridiculous requirements to make Jess and John happy?
Am I Sarah Silverman level or am I like Madonna level?
Madonna level. I want to hear
You
your
tell
I want to hear
me.
your freakiest rider.
This is being sprung upon me. Let me think about it. Okay,
Well,
so
can
for
I
my
go while you think?
freakiest
Because I have.
Yes, John.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, so
you already know. Oh,
well, I
excuse
just
me, sir.
trust me. I don't have many needs.
6
But
boxes of Oreos, please.
No, actually, what it would be honey barbecue chicken wings. Only the drumsticks. I don't like the one with the two bone. Get rid of them.
like the
don't
I
like
like
them.
the two bone.
I like
don't
the
like
wings.
This isn't your rider. This is my rider. I don't care what you like.
I
Go
think-
be
but
a,
I'm just-
go be a juggalo.
First of
They
all,
have
Diva,
all the two bone
first
wings.
of all, I'm just saying we're perfect wing eating partners. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
All right. So I like the honey barbecue, and then I want New York cheesecake there because I'm a big fan of New York cheesecake. I can eat it every
Obviously,
night.
you're not doing any singing or speaking.
Right.
Well,
How could you eat all that
You've got a
before?
mouthful of
Afterwards,
phlegm.
the cheesecake is for afterwards. It's a celebration of a good show.
Okay, good point,
I'll eat
good point.
cheesecake, and then later on I'll go
For an hour?
right.
ahead.
And then I want iced tea, but I don't want it too sweet. All right, and I don't like I don't want it real sweet, but so basically what I want is a half gallon of iced tea with 8 ounces of simple syrup in it.
Okay.
There you go. That's
That's
what I
it?
want.
You just want those two things to eat and
Right.
your own tiny
Yes.
little keg of iced
What
tea.
about chairs? What about furniture? What about music? What about ambiance?
No.
What if it's like a dump? What if it's like a dive bar?
Okay.
You gotta
you're
have a
right.
fussy
What
I'm
if you're
sorry.
sticking to the
I
floor?
want 3 strippers, a blonde, a brunette, and a redhead. And they have to be Asian. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something freaky. I have no idea. I'm done.
This insert eye roll here.
Okay. Top me.
Because of the
Let's hear what your crazy freak riders would have.
I don't have crazy stick riders.
Well, come on, Melissa. Must have been thinking about this because this is your topic. You should be able to go.
They're all my topic. I just like mocking other people.
I see that.
Do you want to think about it while I read you other people's?
Yeah, go ahead. Because
no,
you
because
don't?
first of all, I have read a bunch of these other ones, and also, I don't want it to influence my decision making.
Okay.
Okay, I know I need a giant container of Arthur Palmer's, like
Arnold
tea
Palmer's?
lemonade mix.
How about
Arnold?
How about Arnold? I don't know. It's
What's
Arthur
Arthur
his
Palmer?
nephew.
But I knew, you know what? I knew it wasn't right, but I knew the Palmer part was right.
Hello, can I have a picture of Arthur Palmer's?
It's his nephew.
Arnold fucking Palmer. I would like also hot tea and assorted good ones, like tea bags, beautiful glass mugs and honey stirrers to drink them with. I would like jasmine aromatherapy. I would like cushy couch and 2 recliner chairs, a flat screen TV with, queued up with Xfinity On Demand, and Netflix and Hulu. I would also like an Alexa. Shush you. I would also like fresh carpeting on the floor, and it can't be any ugly color. It has to be like a nice soothing color. Same with the furniture. It has to be nice and soothing. No gray. I prefer like a mint or a teal or like a cream, perhaps, maybe a mauve or a pink. I would like a stylist for my hair and someone different to do my makeup. I would like a spray tanner there on demand and at my request. A large assortment of fruit, and it all has to be perfectly ripe. I can't have any tasteless, hard-ass cantaloupe. It's got to be ripe cantaloupe.
In tiny bite-sized pieces, cut up perfectly.
Yes, and I want the berries de-stemmed. You can keep the cherries with the seeds, but all the strawberries the stems have to be cut off. I don't want a bunch of green stems on my fresh carpet.
Do you want that marshmallow cream cheese dip that goes with it too?
Yes,
that's
I would.
delicious.
Yes, I would. I think I would. I would also like Italian bread, fresh cheese, perhaps a little salumiere, some salami.
Wow. It only took her a little while to wind up and look at her go.
I know. Once I got going, it got a lot easier. I'm not going to lie.
I think we're going to hire John as a comedian because he only wants chicken wings and strippers and cheesecake. This other broad, she's a little too needy.
Wow, you guys. You sure you don't want any of those wings? I mean, just the wing ones? No little drumettes?
I just want the drumettes. I don't like the two bone.
Non-drumstick ones.
I like the non-drumstick ones too.
I don't care enough about wings. Like food-wise, I think I would either like Popeye's fried chicken.
Stop it.
Or I would like Caesar salad, pasta fagioli, chicken noodle soup, a deli tray for sandwiches, a variety of meats, including corned beef and brisket, and then some rice, some challah.
Jessica.
How do you even fit in a room?
Jessica, is this for your entourage? Like what, just in case you feel like you might want any one of the, you're there for an hour. There's no way you could even physically put your hand, like, what are you, staying there? It's not an Airbnb. You're performing. You get there for mic check early. You show up 30 minutes before the show. Like, what on earth?
No, hold on. That's not true. A mic check is earlier in the day. Then you have to hang out there for like 5 hours.
Absolutely
then you have
not.
to get ready for the show.
Not a
then
chance.
You do the show. Then after the show, you're in your green room.
Halfway
what
through
kind
the
of show are we talking about here?
Halfway through the show, she's going to have to leave and go to the bathroom, all that food.
This is for a whole entourage or for you as a single human?
Well, you have to offer it to your guests.
It's for like, I need what if my kids are there? What if my manager's there? What if my agent's there? What if I have friends that I'm going to see in that city?
What if Lori Metcalf drops by?
Yeah. I mean, you can't just have wings and strippers if you're going to have Lori Metcalf come over.
Yeah, she's going to want an Arthur Palmer.
It's your conviction in stating it so adamantly, knowing it was wrong.
I was such a douche.
You knew it was wrong, and you still full steam ahead.
I knew it wasn't. I didn't know it was wrong. I just knew it wasn't quite right.
Okay, I'm going to give you a choice.
Closest I could get. All right,
I can't read them all to you. Tell me. Do you want Beyonce? Do you want Adele? Do you want Kanye, Rihanna, Katy Perry, Paul McCartney? Who do you want?
No question. It's got to be Kanye because he's definitely the craziest. You're going to read me their writer, right?
Oh, yeah. I want to hear Katy Perry.
How recent are these?
You do?
Yeah, because I want to hear what's her, because she's a little freaky. I saw her on American Idol, and I think she should be removed.
Is that because she kissed that 19-year-old boy?
Smoking gun.
All right, you guys all talked at the same time. I have no idea what either one of you said.
Sorry.
What?
Let's try one at a time. Melissa.
Melissa, did you get these from the Smoking Gun?
I don't know where I got these. Somewhere on the internet.
Right.
John, are you saying Katy Perry should be removed because she kissed that 19-year-old virgin?
There were 2 guys that she sexually harassed during the show, during the, the tryouts.
Mm-hmm.
That if a guy had done the same thing, there would be a bunch of feminists with pitchforks and tiki torches and T-shirts saying #MeToo, having him removed. And I don't understand why she gets to do that and no one says a word.
Well, on the heels of that, I will read you her rider.
There we go.
Oh, yes, please do.
It says, don't bring Katy Perry carnations. In addition to her very specific flower rules, the Teenage Dream Singer's food list is quite specific. Ready? Arrangement of pink fresh flowers, white purple hydrangeas, pink white roses, and peonies. If not available, seasonal white flowers to include orchids. Absolutely no carnations. Well, we talked about that before.
Right.
Carnations
They stink.
They're the shithole of all flowers.
Hydrangeas smell nice and carnations stink. I confirm with her flower choices.
A box of Huggies Baby Nature Care wipes. 6.
Okay.
That's nice.
6 vitamin water zeros, assorted flavors. A bowl of whole, fresh, organic grown fruit, apples, bananas, oranges, and grapes. A plate of fresh cut crudité, including cucumber, broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, snap peas, and celery with ranch dip. Snyder's of Hanover's honey mustard and onion pretzels. A jar of salsa.
Whoa. That's a bold move.
Especially if she's out there singing. And
Especially if she's singing. She's going to blanket the place with stink.
Baked blue corn, if possible, tortilla chips.
For the salsa.
Freeze-dried strawberries. 2 bottles
Ew,
of...
what?
Yeah, they're kind of chewy. I kind of like them myself. So far, I'm on board with everything she's got so far, except for the flowers. I could give 2 craps.
Yeah.
2 bottles of Santa Margarita Pinot Grigio. Throat coat.
Whoa.
Your Twinings, your
What's
chamomile...
his name? Never mind.
Audible eye roll insert here. Chamomile PG tips and mint medley tea. She has your assortment of teas, Jess. The Fuse Slender Eyes in assorted flavors. I don't know what that is. I assume it's a drink.
Fuse? Yeah, it's a drink.
A jar of quality honey and plastic drinking straws. That's not so bad.
No, it's not really bad.
It's snacks. She has
So
snacks.
far.
She's that's all she has on the rider she submitted.
I do like me a honey mustard pretzel, the one she's talking about. I do like them. The little
Snyder's of Hanover?
Yeah, the broken ones are good because it gets all the stuff in there. I like them.
Did you see her driver policy?
No.
All vehicles must have a front passenger seat. Driver must stay behind the steering wheel at all times. If the driver leaves the vehicle, they have to notify the client. Doors are unlocked when picking up the client. The driver's window must be down halfway at every pickup and drop off. The driver will not start a conversation with the client. The driver's cell phone ringer has to be turned off. The driver will not make any personal calls while driving the client, nor will he be talking on the phone while driving unless an emergency occurs or is instructed to do so.
This is Katy Perry's driver?
Yes.
I would like to apply for that job.
The client's guests are fans. Always park less than a mile away from drop and only if no direct parking is available in the vicinity. The driver will never assume. Always ask if in doubt. Whoa. Damn.
Damn is right.
Always have 2 company cards with contact information, driver's cell phone and company dispatch. We will always open doors. Driver must stay in the driver's seat. No, always know where emergency medical and police station are. Do not stare, STAIR, at the back seat through the rear view.
Sorry.
VIEUW, mirror, MIRROW.
Okay, who
Always
wrote
make
this?
sure the power is on when entering the vehicle. What? Safety first, we are not in a chase. Always watch pedestrians around the vehicle. Do not speed or run traffic lights or swerve. Always check the vehicle matinees. Vehicle matinees?
Maintenance.
That must mean maintenance.
Yeah.
But it says matinees. Always have 4 water bottles. Do not touch or move bags, luggage unless you're asked to do so. Make sure the driver knows how to operate all accessories in the vehicle. Do not ask for autographs or pictures, especially not when driving. What you think of that? That's a rider right there, bitches.
Right.
Get her food.
She's a little bit of a
Crazy.
diva.
I just looked at Kanye's. Kanye has really just a bar set up. He has 4 6-packs of Heineken, a bottle of Patron
Damn.
Silver, 750 milliliter bottle of Skyer Absolute, also of Hennessy, a bottle of hot sauce, 2 packs of extra chewing gum. Like his are snacks, salted pistachio
Chewing gum.
nuts, no red coloring. His are His aren't as impressive, but Rihanna, she sure would like 5 AC power outlets, adequate lighting for a relaxed atmosphere, white drapes to cover the lockers or bricks wherever you are, a humidifier, a large throw rug, plush, an animal print, cheetah or leopard. Must be clean, as she will be walking barefoot. Pipe and drape the room in dark blue or black.
Wait, what?
She's walking barefoot.
She wants a clean rug.
So she needs what?
She needs a clean rug in animal print, cheetah or leopard. 6 candles, the Archipelago Black Forest. If you can't get these, please let me know ASAP, and I will have a second choice candle for Rihanna.
Oh, my God.
4 small, clear, square vases with white tulips, no foliage. Second choice.
That bitch better not be round.
Right.
Square vases.
Second choice, white Casablanca lilies with no foliage. Third choice, white freesia, no foliage. Sound like green. But,
Nope.
I mean, to give me
Did you see the other stuff on Kanye's rider? He wants them to outfit his underpants.
Huh?
After the alcohol, at least the one I'm looking at, I found one too. It says, must have items. Please let us know if you cannot find. 2 tubes of Carmex, 1 large t-shirt, 1 pair of tube socks, a soft bristle toothbrush, Arm & Hammer baking soda toothpaste, Powder Fresh deodorant, large cotton boxers, shower shoes, shampoo, soap, hand sanitizer, Nivea lotion, Neutrogena face. Like, he can't pack his own shit.
He's moving in. What are you talking about? My fear is he'd never
my
leave if I had all
God.
that stuff. I like yours
And
better.
He furnishes the wardrobe room and the female band room with like folding table, mirrors, love seats, end tables, lamps. Insane. Let me see if Rihanna's is on here. It's the smoking. Where'd you find those? Where'd you find yours?
I don't know. The Madonna one, I like that she wants it to look exactly like her own home. So no matter where she flies, she wants to reconstruct it. Her backstage must look exactly like her home.
Really?
That
No
means she
way.
ships her furniture.
What happens in shipping if a couch is broke or something like that? She's going from place to place.
You
I
get
wonder
to
what
tell
happens.
her. You tell her.
I'll tell her.
I'll
Guess what?
tell
Here's
her.
a folding chair. Sit your ass down there until it's time to sing. Then get out there and sing. Then get back here and get ready to go.
The only stipulations Rihanna has for her driver is that they're smartly dressed.
I like the idea of the comfort. I like the deep couch with lots of pillows. Like I just, the things that would set me off before appearing would be a weird smell. I don't know, a timer.
You know what this shows me? This shows me that they're very bored before the show and they have time to think about this crap. And that they want to have this so that they have something to obsess about if it's not right. I think that's what this is all about.
Alicia Keys says she wants 7 sets of metal silverware. What?
Yeah, they don't all eat in plastic. Actually, Rihanna says that too. 4 dinner plates, knives and forks, paper napkins for 4 people, no paper, plastic. Hors d'oeuvres in a chafe dish, sterno heated, split with 3 dividers to include buffalo rings, 1 whole roasted chicken spiked with jerk seasoning, cut into parts, and steamed white rice. She also needs fire hot, crunchy Cheetos and Frosted Flakes and Golden Grams.
Guys,
Any
Mallory
milk for that?
Mallory came home and said, "You're not going to believe what one of these kids in school did today." And I thought, oh, tell me. And tell me you're also not friends with him. Do you know what Takis are?
No.
Yeah, they're like a hot Cheeto, aren't they?
They are a wildly hot Cheeto. It's like a very Spanish sort of hot Cheeto. She said that this kid at school diced it up and snorted the Taki dust.
Really?
And then what happened?
There's a lot of crying, a lot of tears.
Did he cry?
Had to.
I couldn't even get past the fact that he took all of this dust on the table and snorted hot cheese dust up his nose.
He wants to be that guy that people talk about in school later. Like, I knew this one guy. He was such a dumbass.
From
He
now
snorted.
on, his name
You
is
know.
Taki.
From
That's
now
his
on, you will
nickname.
call him nothing other than
exactly.
Taki.
Right. Yo, Taki, what's up?
These guys, these kids, he's in 8th grade. Hey, why is he snorting anything? I mean, how do you even know to, I mean, if
How do
anything,
you, yeah.
how do you
It's
even
for
know
attention.
How do you
to?
not know?
It's
Well,
for
he got it,
attention.
and he made our podcast because he's so fucking stupid.
Well, I
get
understand that.
I get the humidifier as a demand. I get the Whose is this? Was this Drake? Does Drake say humidifiers? And because it says, oh no, Mary J. Blige. 2 humidifiers, 10 medium pre-wash bath-sized towels, no dairy or pork of any kind, all caps.
How dare you?
Fiji water. Well, no pork. I thought it was Drake because of like kosher-y things. You don't want pork. I get it, but no dairy, no pork. Dr. Pepper, ginger ale. These really come up as, a bar for most of these people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They want a full bar.
I'm looking at Kevin Hart's rider.
Oh, what does he have on there? How big did his head get?
For the What Now tour, purchaser is to furnish one clean, well-lit, capable of being locked star dressing room with a full-length mirror and scented candles for exclusive use of artist, flat screen TV with cable in artist dressing room, adequate quantity of vitamin water, Red Bull, spring water, hot water, and cups for green tea, honey, lemon wedges, 12 Coke Zeros, 12 Sprite Zeros, 75 red plastic cups, 50 shot glasses, full bar setup including 8 bottles of Ciroc vodka, 2 peach, 2 coconut, 2 amaretto, 2 pineapple, 2 bottles of Patron, 2 bottles of Bel Air Rose, 2 bottles of Dusse, cranberry juice, extra pineapple juice. All beverages except liquor must be chilled.
This sounds like an entourage. This is for an entourage. This is not, unless he wrote specifically, please let your mirror be one of the Funhouse ones that make me look super tall.
That was a good one. You ready for the food?
Good, do it. I'm hungry. Go.
Baked whole wings, ranch dressing, buffalo sauce on the side, seasoned fried whole chicken wings on a sterno with blue cheese dressing, ranch dressing, celery, carrots, hot bow tie or other pasta Alfredo sauce, grilled chicken breast strips for 6 people, fried chicken breast tenders for 6, not frozen, a Caesar salad with ranch dressing and balsamic for 6, fried chicken tenders for 6. We already said that. 12 turkey club and cheese wraps, 10 heated cheesesteak wraps, a fruit platter with pineapple, grapes, strawberries, watermelon, and kiwi, an assortment of cookies, a bowl of mints and gums, 20 to-go containers. All hot food on... So 20 to-go containers, he's planning on just taking it on with him. Like, just make sure you're going to give me the food, and I'm going to take it on with me when I go.
Dave Chappelle, in his stand-up act, talks about going to see Kevin Hart with his son because Dave Chappelle's son is such a big fan. So he says, Dad, can we go back and see him? So he's like, yeah, okay, we'll go back and see him. So he goes back, knocks on the door. Kevin Hart says, hey, Dave, come on in. We're just about ready to eat. And Dave's like, no, it's okay. And his son pushes past him. Yes, Mr. Hart, we're starving. We haven't eaten in a long time. So they sit down, he says, and the son's sitting there and he's eating corn on the cob and chicken. And so there's no corn on the cob there on this one. So he's eating chicken and going through this. And Dave says, I looked at my son. You think the kid never ate? So,
oh my God.
And then in a box
embarrassing
was, I don't know what town he was in, but it was all the jerseys of all the pro teams, like the football team, the baseball team, the hockey team, the basketball team. So then Kevin Hart walks over to the box of jerseys and picks out a jersey and goes over to his son, Chappelle's son, and gives it to him. He says, hey, whenever you want to make your dad mad, put this on. Because it had Kevin Hart on the back of the jersey. So he gave him a Kevin Hart jersey.
Aw.
I love that stand.
Nice.
He was great. Dave Chappelle's the best. I would love to read his writer. Do you have one of those, Jess?
Chappelle. Let's see.
Van Halen, nuts, pretzels, M&Ms. Warning, absolutely no brown ones. Ooh.
Do
Brown
not
what,
have
nuts?
a Chappelle one.
No brown M&Ms, only the colorful ones. 1 large tube of KY jelly, 3 packs of Marlboro cigarettes, herring in sour cream. Oh my God, I'm going to vomit. 2 gallons of non-carbonated bottled spring water, 3/5 Jack Daniel's Black Label bourbon, 2/5 vodka, Southern Comfort, Blue Nun white wine. What? So you want a bar? I will perform if you stock my bar.
So in 2005, Bill Cosby's writer included stipulations that said they could not advertise in the Boston Globe for Boston and Hartford engagements, or the Philadelphia Inquirer, or the Daily News if he's performing in Philadelphia.
Really?
Yep. Also, let's see.
Any Ambien in
Everything
there?
necessary to include a pleasing environment. Evian,
Roofies.
China, bath towels, wash towels, Neutrogena, Kleenex, one roll of high quality toilet paper.
That's it.
Cottonelle or equivalent.
All of that food and alcohol, and you only have one roll of toilet paper.
No, he didn't have a lot of food and alcohol. This is Bill Cosby.
Oh.
One roll
That would be
of
on
toilet paper,
Stewart's
one
rider.
clean-
He would have Charmin. He would have 6 rolls of
I've gotta have
Charmin,
Charmin.
mandatory on his rider.
Any items that buyer wishes to submit for possible autographing must be placed on the dressing room coffee table prior to artist's arrival. Also provide a Sharpie. This is to avoid a continuous stream of autograph requests. In the event that fans congregate in the stage or door area with items, buyer is to collect these items, place them in the dressing room, and arrange for the return of the items. So in other words, he doesn't want to talk to any fans. On occasion, Mr. Cosby will request a specific variety of lattes from a local Starbucks or equivalent. Prior to his arrival, please locate and contact the nearest location, verify operating hours, and supply the beverage if requested.
Parenthetically, does it say roofies? Does it say
I'm looking, but I don't
the
see any
phone number of
drugs
a
for
good
knocking
pharmacist?
women out.
No pharmacist on there?
No, but he does ask for a presidential suite, 2 king bedded rooms. That's it.
2
It's
king
not that
beds.
exciting, I guess, except for the toilet. That was kind of interesting about the toilet paper.
Iggy Pop. Oh, God, Jess. Iggy Pop wrote, cauliflower broccoli cut into individual florets and thrown immediately into the garbage. I fucking hate that.
Good one. Oh, I have a call in 10 minutes, I hate to say.
Okay.
Here's my least favorite phrase. Okay, we'll let you go. No. 2 birds with 1 stone is my least favorite. And then, okay, I'm going to let you go. That's the other one I hate. First of all, why are you hitting birds with stones, and why are you looking to hit 2 of them?
Yeah.
That is the worst phrase ever.
What if you were going to eat birds that day?
Only the wings, not the drumettes.
Okay.
Not the drumettes.
Sorry.
I don't like the drumettes either.
They're too chewy. There's
But-
too much work there. If you go right
Yes.
between those 2 bones, you get
It's too
much more
hard.
meat. Yeah, it's gross.
Yes,
They're gross.
agreed.
They're tough and
Concur.
gross.
Wholeheartedly.
And if they're
But that-
too hot, they
Sure.
burn your finger when you're trying to snap that 2 bones thing at the joint.
I'm just saying,
I'm a drummer.
Jess and I should not eat wings together because we will wrestle over the good
No,
ones.
we will fight over the. Yep.
And I'm a perfect wing partner because I'll eat all the drumsticks, but you can have all the bony things. Right.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I'm thinking,
This has been so interesting.
interesting. What's on your
Love
rider?
riders.
Dear listener,
And I
tell
love
us what's
you.
on your rider and
Wait,
what
hold
your
on.
fears are.
You didn't tell. Well, hold on. What's on your rider, Melissa?
I've got a call in 10 minutes. I got a boogie. I just want a comfortable spot to land. I want pillows and blankets. You know my favorite place to be is a big-ass king-size bed with some down comforters and pillows.
Yeah.
I don't even wanna get out to eat.
Couch and go with the bed. Let's just go with a bed and some breakfast in bed trays, and just let people bring us things while we lay there.
A bottle
I
of
don't-
Kettle One, some
Oh,
tasty
shit.
cake chocolate chip bars,
Ew.
Little Marco
God.
Polo.
7 friends to drunk Marco Polo.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Thanks for bringing that up twice in a
Thanks,
row.
John.
Guys, let us know what you think. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, what's on your riders, guys? Tell us. BrilliantObservations@gmail.com. You can also find today's episode at BrilliantObservations.com, or you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Listen Brilliant.
Woohoo.
Hope to see you there. Thank you so much, Melissa and John, for showing up today and being your best selves.
Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye.